Hello, everyone. My name is Lisa. I grew up in Minnesota. I'm the only child. My parents were of a lower middle class category. We are also Polish. My parents came here from Poland when they were young, and they lived in a Catholic Polish community. When I was younger, I used to help my parents out at the restaurant with added on responsibility as I grew older. I went to school and got a degree in education. After I graduated, I married the love of my life, Adam. Then I became a teacher at a near high school in the area. My parents were also so proud of me. Adam works in a hardware store. When I graduated, I remember feeling so overwhelmed in being a new wife and a teacher. Then I got pregnant, and both our families were so excited to add our new baby to the family. It was a baby girl. Her name is Rachel. I didn't think motherhood was going to be as difficult as it was. My husband was a natural at it and at parenting, but it was a bit of a challenge for me. We had to move in with my parents when Rachel was 6 months because everything was too much and we underestimated the financial costs. It is a bit cramped living with my parents, but I was able to get extra help with the baby from my mother. And my parents got the time to bond more with Rachel. Adam got promoted and we have been saving money. Now we can move into our own place. We finally got an apartment for ourselves. A year later, I gave birth to our second daughter, Christy. I adapted better to this situation than I adapted to Rachel. Finances were still tight, and I still have not gone back to work. I started working as a substitute teacher. We have been paying our neighbors to watch our children whenever I got the chance to work. I found a teaching position and have been teaching full time since. I was taking classes towards my master's, and Adam was very supportive of this decision. With both of us working, we were able to purchase a home in a middle class area. Things were good for us. We enjoyed our job, our new home, and our family. And it was great that we were nearby my parents so we can still get the help if we need it. At 40 years old, my husband and I got into a terrible car accident. Adam was in the hospital for weeks and spent 6 weeks in a rehabilitation center. This has been so hard for us because Adam was a piece we had that kept us together and kept our family functional. I had to speak to a social worker. I spoke to the social worker at the rehabilitation center about our situation. I'm happy I did this. My family got closer and she helped me see that I was stronger than I thought I was. Once Adam recovered from his accident, he returned to work. Adam received a promotion and I was offered to be vice principal. This was so big for us, but I ended up turning it down because I loved the classroom environment. When I was 50, my father passed away from a heart attack, and my mom moved in with me and Adam. My mom closed the restaurant and sold the house. I have been concerned about my mom because she has been immobilized with depression majority of the time. My daughter Rachel is getting married and wants us to help her plan her wedding. Christy, on the other hand, is struggling to find her way after she graduated from college. Adam has still been a huge support, but he's been working a lot these past few months to make some extra money. Adam and I are also helping to pay Christy's part of Christy's rent, but it might be a better option if she comes home to live instead so it can help us save a little bit of money. Everything has been so overwhelming for me, and I am thinking about talking to a mental health worker about all of these stressful events that my family has been going through. So the defining problems, as stated by the client, is adjusting to a new child, financial issues, not being able to go back to work, getting into a car accident, being able to adjust and cope with getting her husband getting into a car accident, because she said she realized how much her husband actually keeps the family together. And the stress of the stress of not having Adam in the home while he's recovering, and as well as her father dying when she was 50 years old, and her mother also being suffering from depression from her father's death. The most important issue that I saw that mom stated that she wanted to talk about was her father's death from a heart attack and her mother's severe depression ever since. She said that she's been overwhelmed because one of her child is planning her wedding and the other child is also struggling to find her way since she graduated. And both parents, Adam and Lisa, are helping her pay her bills. But this is definitely taking a huge toll on the family. So that all these stressful situations that are happening simultaneously is something that would be important for the social worker to understand, and the past problems, such as I said, the adjusting to a new child, financial situations, the car accident, stuff like that, are things that are important for the social worker to know to help her address her current problems. And the client's strengths is Adam's support. Adam seemed very supportive of Lisa and the family. So, he's been helping out his daughter Christy pay for her rent after she graduated from school. He's been always there for Lisa, and Lisa has always been there for him. So I think family is definitely a huge strength, because it showed that Lisa also had a support system in her parents. So, when they were struggling after the baby, they were able to move in with their parents. Their parents, they supported them, and they were able to get on their feet so they can, create a new life for them and their children. They were able to save money and get their apartment, and, they actually had another child, but they were more stable because they had that support system of and that option to go live with their parents. And another strength that I see that another strength that I see in the client is willingness to seek help. So when Adam was in the rehabilitation center, she went and saw the social worker. When all the stuff is going on with her father's death, and her feeling overwhelmed with her two children and what's going on with her two children, and just balancing all these stressful life situations, Lisa always tries to seek help, because now she says that before she went to see a social worker, and now she's saying she would like to see a mental health worker. So her ability or her willingness to seek help is definitely a strength, because a lot of people don't necessarily want help when they're in a stressful situation. They oftentimes think that they can fix it on their own.